There's a strange moment in life when everything feels like it's spinning. Like the compass you've been relying on, plans, goals, beliefs suddenly snaps. No north, no direction, just stillness. For me, it was the day I was laid off from a job I thought would be mine forever. I remember the silence of that moment. No drama, just an email. A single line, "Your role is being dissolved." I sat there, staring at the screen, my morning coffee cooling untouched. I thought about the rent, the bills, my parents, the dreams I hadn't even had time to pursue. It felt like I'd been dropped into the middle of nowhere, compass broken, map torn, just me. But I wasn't alone. Not really. Life throws these moments at all of us. Divorce, a failed exam, a sudden illness, a friendship that vanishes. And we all stand there wondering, what now? These crossroads feel terrifying. But maybe that's because they matter, because they ask us to pause, to feel, to choose. And that's where this story begins, not with certainty, but with confusion. After the job loss, I spent weeks waking up late, doom scrolling, pretending everything was fine. I couldn't talk about it. Not really. Pride is loud like that. One afternoon, I walked aimlessly through my neighborhood. I ended up at a coffee shop I'd never noticed before. A hand-drawn sign in the window said, "Coffee for the Lost." Inside, it was small and quiet. A wall filled with postcards from people who had traveled the world. Or maybe just their emotions. One read, "I got dumped on my birthday. Found this place. Found myself." Another, "Failed my bar exam twice. But I keep showing up." It was like the room understood heartbreak. That's when it hit me. This detour, this unchosen road, was still a road. In the weeks that followed, I started writing. Not for a paycheck, just for me. I journaled, sketched, doodled pain into metaphors. And strangely, I began to feel lighter. Not fixed, not yet, but real. I volunteered at a local youth center, helped teens with resumes, talked them through nerves, told them rejection wasn't the end. Each day I felt something shift. Not like a compass pointing north, but like one pointing inward. Here's the truth about a broken compass. It forces you to look around. When we know exactly where we're going, we stop paying attention. We rush. We assume. We miss things. But when the compass breaks, you'll see. You see the kindness of strangers, the strength in silence, the parts of yourself you've buried beneath productivity. One evening, I was sitting on a park bench, watching the wind dance through the trees. No music, no phone, just air and leaves. A boy nearby was trying to ride a bike without training wheels. He kept falling. His father watched from a distance, letting him try, letting him fail. Eventually, the boy got it. Wobbly at first, but real. I realized then we learn balance through falling. Life's detours teach patience. They teach that healing doesn't arrive like a thunderclap. It tiptoes in. It arrives when you start treating yourself like someone worth saving. The compass stayed broken for a while, but the silence it left behind became something else, clarity. I found myself spending less time explaining my situation and more time understanding it. I reconnected with an old friend I hadn't spoken to in years. He was also in transition. We didn't swap advice. We just listened. Sometimes the people who help us don't hand us a map. They just sit beside us until we're ready to move again. I started applying for new jobs, but this time I asked myself what I actually wanted. Not what looked impressive, not what paid the most, but what felt like me. Eventually, an opportunity came along. Not perfect, not glamorous, but honest. And I said yes. Not because it was the destination I planned, but because it felt like a direction, not north but forward. Now, when I talk to people going through loss or confusion, I don't give answers. I tell them this: a broken compass doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're between stories. It means life is asking you to slow down, to listen, to rediscover the parts of you that routine made invisible. And that's okay. The most beautiful paths are rarely straight. You'll find that growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's sitting quietly in a coffee shop with strangers' postcards. Sometimes it's volunteering. Sometimes it's crying at 3 a.m. and waking up anyway. Sometimes it's choosing to keep going without knowing where the road leads. That's the story. That's the point. Even a broken compass can lead you home.